Language and meaning. Merely, one would say language is a body of words and set of methods of combining them, which is understood by all as grammar. Whilst meaning are the presentation of words or symbols of things, feelings, perception, or concept. But at the end of this short video presentation, you will be able to understand what language and meaning really entails. First and foremost, I will talk about ambiguity. Ambiguity means or involves a mix-up of otherwise clear meanings. An example of an ambiguous word is import, which means to bring something from another country, which in turn can also mean to be important. So to remove ambiguity, we can rewrite our sentences so that they are no longer ambiguous. So to remove ambiguity, we can rewrite our sentences so that they will no longer be ambiguous. Vagueness is unclear use of language. Vague means lack of uncertainty. Example is Kofi's head looks like an egg. Vagueness is clear use of language. Vagueness is an unclear use of language. Vague means lack of uncertainty. Example is Kofi's head is like an egg. This means Kofi is bald. In other words, vague lacks precision unless the speaker and listener knows what they are saying. Definition. Definitions are needed in giving clear meanings to a word. There are classifications of definitions, which are definidium. It's a statement. There are classifications of definitions. Definidium. It's a term that is being defined. Definius. It's a word that defines the definidium. There are types of definitions, which are reportive, stipulative, and precision. Example is any number is divisible by 2. This is a reportive definition. Also, dictionary may define the term as which is being precise. Use and mention is a foundational concept of an analytical. Use and mention is a foundational concept of an analytic philosophy, according to which is necessary to make a distinction between using a word or phrase and mention it. Example, cheese is derived from milk. Thus, use meaning. Cheese is derived from Old English word cheese. Moreover, consistency is when a statement is logically possible for it to be true in the same situation. Moreover, consistency is when a statement is logically possible for it to be true in the same situation. Example, Joshua is happy and Joshua is engaged. The statement is consistent because there is a reason why Joshua is happy or should be engaged. Distinctively, there are rectangular circles. This statement is not consistent because it's not logically possible for a circle to be rectangular. Also, implication means to say or convey something indirectly. Example, the implication of his remark was that he was not going to give up without a fight. Moreover, consistency is when a statement is logically possible for it to be true in the same situation. Example, Joshua is happy and Joshua is engaged. The statement is consistent because there is a necessary reason why Joshua is happy or should be engaged. Distinctively, They are rectangular circle. This statement is not consistent because it is not logically possible for a circle to be rectangular. Also, implication means to say or convey something indirectly. Example, the implication of his remark was that he was not going to give up without a fight. In addition, equivalence. If P entails Q and Q entails P, then P and Q are logically equivalent. Example, Kofi is taller than Amma. Is logically equivalent to Amma is shorter than Kofi. Necessary and sufficient condition. Under the necessary condition, if P is necessary for Q,